Only $62 of that actually went towards electricity.
Okay.
And then jump in and try to get any information you can to kind of knock it off the list. Howdy. Right. Well, hey there. Welcome to Real Sales Dynamics, where we break down in-field sales footage in order to get you better at door knocking. Today it's a little bit chilly in good old St. Petersburg in the wonderful state of Florida. We're going to go ahead and knock some doors. I have some other reps who are training right now. We're going to be meeting us out here over the course of this next couple minutes. But prime time just shot in. It's about 4 p.m. So we're going to go see what we can do. Pardon for the quick interruption. February 12th, we're going to be having a Real Sales Dynamics event in lovely Tampa, Florida. We had one of these recently in Miami and it was a massive success. Guys got trained in on how to turn a door into an opportunity to make $9,000 to $12,000. Now, this is open for all active sales reps right now. Doesn't matter which company you're part of, as well as for people who are looking to jump into this wealth-creating solar industry as a whole. Details are going to be down there in the Eventbrite link. Again, February 12th, Tampa, Florida. See you there. I love how I have 12 pens in here. So I get asked a lot, what books do you recommend when you're jumping into solar? Well, first they should read Florida Solar Sales Handbooks by Carlos Morales himself, which you get whenever you join Pacific United Power. But first and most important is Door-to-Door Millionaire by Lenny Gray. He was actually a door-to-door salesman himself, and he's actually the only guy I'm going to recommend as far as books that was a door-to-door guy himself. Made well over $1 million over and over and over again in door-to-door sales. What I love about his approach is he makes door knocking sound as fun as it actually is. He kind of relaxes you about it. There's a lot of fears that people have internally when they go out and start this job, where they start thinking, I can't just talk to strangers. And he turns that anxiety into a thrilling adventure, explaining kind of what are the things you should look out for when you're getting into this job, what's the kind of mindset that you should have, and ways that you can succeed whether you're selling solar, alarms, pest control, roofs, or anything along those lines. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is still the Wynn residence?
Yes.
Hey, my name is Carlos. This is Garrett. We're just following up on a notice I got sent out to you guys from Duke about your electricity bills going up. Are you the homeowner here, or is that your parents?
That's my dad. Yeah.
Your dad is the homeowner? Okay, got it.
Oh, it's Duke Energy, you said?
Yeah, so basically the way the program works is there's been about 3 other houses on the block that we've already done. So for the... Got it. Okay, I totally understand. Diane down the street, she honestly mentioned the same thing, because when she spoke to the last solar rep, they were telling her she was going to have to spend about $30,000 out of pocket to do it. The only reason I'm actually knocking your guys' house is just because I'm guessing you guys have chatted with some solar people before?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. About 140, okay, that give or take. So I know you guys, I just noticed you guys just did your re-roof, right?
Yeah, we just did re-roof.
Okay, how did you guys decide on who to get for roof?
They just came by door, to be honest.
Okay, so you guys have listened to people on the doors before. That's great. And then obviously you guys got the monitoring as well. Is the electric panel on this side or this side?
It's on this side.
On this side? Okay.
Everything.
The meter?
Sorry, no, it says on the outside.
No, the meter's on the outside. Yeah, it has to be on the outside. So is it on that side?
Yeah, it's on the outside.
On this side. Okay, I'm gonna go take a look at that. Just go ahead and grab the bill. I'll be back in about 10 seconds. Oh, hey man. Okay, cool. So I got the picture for the meter. So that was updated to a digital, which is good, because if you guys were still on the analog clock one, then we couldn't do it in that case.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm not really thinking straight.
You're not thinking straight. It's okay, man.
No,
I know.
I was on some
I'm Carlos, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
What was your name?
My name's Lucky.
Lucky?
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah,
Okay, very cool. So
Yeah.
it's just to kind of like chill everything out. I would get the bar graph information from the bill that tells me the annual electricity usage for your guys' house.
Okay.
I know you guys need time to ponder it, and so do
Yeah.
we, because again, you guys have like a good amount of shading, so solar might make sense. So we would just take a look at the bill and then get you the numbers back.
Okay.
That sound fair?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucky, can you grab the bill then?
Oh, I think where it is, but bottom line though, like they're in there.
Yeah.
So they didn't want solar at all. So
They were just like, no.
they didn't know. Yeah. So
They just think it's ugly, or what was it?
they just don't really want the whole idea of having a solar panel.
Okay.
That's just the bottom line of it, basically.
Yeah.
On that, yeah.
And if your parents are telling you no, then you know.
Yeah, just telling me no, yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
if they're telling you no, and then you
Yeah.
go pull out a bill, and then you get in trouble, then it's a bad
Yeah,
time. Okay, well, Lucky, I'll stop by another
thanks, man.
time, okay, buddy?
Okay, thanks, man.
All right, you have a good
Have a
day,
nice one.
brother. It's just really funny when you're pitching someone for a glass door, and they're saying they take care of the bill, and then you see them in person, you realize they're like 16 years old. It's like, yeah, we need to actually talk to the actual decision maker, and I don't want you to get grounded because you talk to a solar peddler. That's not really like top of my list as far as like money making opportunities in my life. So hopefully Lucky doesn't get in trouble, he doesn't get grounded today. The second book that I'd recommend is Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort, who you probably already know. That is not to say that I am telling people to sell exactly like him or do the things that he did, but the straight line sales process is incredibly beneficial once you've already gotten the groove of door-to-door sales, namely going from appointment setting to actually closing deals and getting those jobs to install. It talks a lot about the nonverbal cues that are going on in any single day-to-day interaction, or most importantly, while you're selling your product. And it really clarifies what rapport building actually is and is not. And so through that book, it takes you through an amazing journey that can end up benefiting you, not only in sales, but in life as a whole. All right, Randy, Shannon, good to see you guys. So this is a tree-infested neighborhood. I think of trees now like weeds. We need to get rid of all of them, and then all of St. Pete can enjoy wonderful solar. Let's see if we can work our way through this forest.
Jeremiah.
We should have Jeremiah with a saw at all times, just like literally raring to go. Do you guys want to get rid of this right now? Like, we can just go ahead and start the process. Hello. Okay, have you guys looked into solar as my guess? Okay. There's this funny thing where people will tell you, like, I'm a hard ass. And then there's actually people who will just slam a door in your face. And those are actual hard asses. And with folks like that, they close the door, it's just like, and then you get through and get the next door, it's not a big deal. Essentially, Jordan Belfort talks about this a lot. There is like, just like 10% of people who are just never gonna buy from a door knocker, and that's perfectly fine. You know, it's just, they're going to wait it out for as long as possible. And those are the people that you should try to be stringing along. It's your job to sift as many clients as you can until you find a compelling one who's going to win you over and you win them over, and then you sign them up. Right?
Right.
It's like how the doors work. There's going to be certain people who are just like, they just don't get your vibe, and you're like, all right, off. And then you leave and you get to another door and you go ahead and crush it there. You just don't let that energy taken from you from that door onto the next one. 10% who will buy everything.
Loves you right off the bat.
Love you right off the bat. Immediately, they're just like, oh my God, this is gonna be a super sticky deal. I'm gonna give you 2 referrals and I have a $500 bill. Perfect, I've already looked into solar. And then there's the other 80% that you kinda gotta win over. Look how you have your driver's license right behind you. Very cool. Hi, we have the whole squad with you today.
Wow. At first I looked, I said, what the hell's cops?
Yeah!
The cops.
What's up?
Well, I will be real quick. So I'm Randall. I'm doing a little bit of training today.
Okay.
Yeah. So has anybody from the metering team knocked your door in the last 2 weeks?
Is anybody what?
From the metering team knocked your door in the last 2 weeks?
The meter team?
Yeah, it would have been from Pacific United.
I-
More than likely, it would have been Ben or maybe even Jeremiah.
Carrie, have you had anybody here from the meter team?
I'm getting old.
She said no.
Okay, I
Got
got
it.
you because we're following up on a notification that was sent out. So this is the Hoyt residence,
Yes,
right?
it is.
Okay, perfect. Well, I'm just gonna leave a note. Like you said, that she's not feeling too good. She can't come to the door right now.
Yeah, so are you do you take care of her?
I am part ownership.
Part
of the
ownership.
house.
Okay, got it. So essentially, all it is that Duke sent you guys out a notice that your rates went up about 20% in the last year. Are you
Okay.
taking care of the electric bill most of the time?
Yeah.
Okay. So now there's a mandate to get more renewable energy in literally all of Pinellas Park and St. Pete. And then what it does is it eliminates your Duke bill, and then you're spending about half as much for your Duke payment as a whole.
Right.
Usually solar in the past was something that was more set up for places that were $2 million, where they had a bunch of money out of pocket to do that. This is considered a, not to be vain, but kind of a low income program so that people can actually benefit from it in all kinds of different neighborhoods. So on our end, our job is really simple. So do you take care of the Duke bill? About how much are you spending right now per month?
Well, we haven't got the new one yet.
Okay, what was the last one?
She has all the bills and then I take care of it.
And what was your name, by the way? My name's Carlos.
What's that?
My name's Carlos, by the way. What was yours?
Rose.
Rose, wonderful to meet you, Rose.
$147.
That's pretty high. For a house this square footage?
Yeah.
So here, I'll show you real quick what we do on our end. So, and I can actually show you my house because I'm out here over in St. Pete. But essentially, they place the panels on top of the roof. That covers 100% of the power. The reason why we need to take a look at the bills because it gives us all the whole year's electricity usage.
Right.
So for some houses, right, like this is mine, I didn't need a very big system because I don't have that large of a house.
So, I mean, if I decide to get the panel, what's it going to cost?
Exactly. So the way the program works is instead of you spending, let's say, $160, now you're spending $80 a month for electric, and there's no out-of-pocket cost whatsoever because the Department of Energy allocated out $3 billion of funding to cover it.
Okay.
So for the most part, as long as the roof's in slightly good order, how old's the roof?
We should just had it done like about 3 years ago.
3 years ago, it looks like it's in good shape. Some of the
Yeah.
houses out here, it looks like they haven't
Yeah,
been
because
done
we
in
had
25 years.
hurricane windows, hurricane
Okay.
doors. She had the roof down. We got new air condition.
Okay.
So,
So let's take a look real quick. So it's 147 for that month, 8,487 kilowatts for the year. And I'm going to show you one more thing real quick. This is just on page 3, just so you can kind of see. In that month, you spent that $47. Only $62 of that actually went towards electricity.
okay.
The rest
so
of it
the rest is
fuel charges and a bunch of other
Okay.
things ever since 2019 that they've added on since we switched
Right.
from coal to natural gas. Now, have you talked to solar people before?
no. Whoop.
No. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's not a lot of solar guys out here, in part because so many of the houses are completely covered with trees. And so houses where it is just so much tree line, then you can't actually cover 100% of the power. I'll just tell you this, the question smart people always ask me is just always, what happens to the roof? So there's 25 years of coverage for the roof. I don't have panels in the back of my car or anything else right now, right? So I'm not trying to sign up anyone for anything. On my end, it's just to get those numbers back. Because essentially the way it works for the house is gain all the asset of having solar, as in you're covered in case of a power outage, hurricanes, things like that, if we do the battery backup with it. And then now you just have a significantly cheaper power bill. And if you're the one taking care of the bill, then that might be beneficial on your end.
Yeah, so right now we can't do nothing.
Yeah, because she's basically
She
her.
has a say.
Yeah, no, I
I
totally
don't
get that.
wanna Peel off.
Yeah, and I don't want to peer off.
Right,
at all.
right.
On my end, what I was going to do though is I'm going to be back out in the area tomorrow around. Let me pull this up real quick. Around 4 p.m. I'll just drop by, just give you guys the numbers and everything else so you guys can take a look at
Okay,
it. If
that's
it makes
fine.
sense, great. And if not, or if anything else comes up, it's all good. And I'm going to go ahead and send you my information. Are you 813 or 727?
727
727
550
550
7312.
7312. Okay. And again, I'm Carlos, by the way.
Okay, Carlos.
All right, it
I'm
was
sorry.
wonderful.
I'm just
you're all good.
she's kind of
Yeah.
grumpy today. so.
Well, I'll get you the information tomorrow.
Okay, great.
You have a
Thank
wonderful
you very
day.
much. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, let me go ahead and just put this in rep card real quick.
He was gonna go for a follow up, so it was good that he did step in because he got the bill and everything. You know.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
so yeah, just in that case, I could tell you're going to go for the follow-up.
Yeah.
Right. Which is totally fine. But I hate follow-ups. It's just I want to know yes or no pretty quickly. So I'm always aiming for the utility bill as quickly as possible. So there's always that little point in your head where like I'm not sure, and you're like 3, 2, 1. Let's just ask for it, right? And then jump in and try to get any information you can to kind of knock it off the list. Especially when you're getting information like, they're bedridden or something else like that. Okay, well, are there other people on title in the house that we can benefit? Is she the one taking care of the utility bill, or she? Right? And trying to win him over. Does that mean that's a really great appointment? Not necessarily, but at least you're going to have, the yes or no, and then you're not left with that sense of like, I'm not sure afterwards. Does that make sense? But yeah, good stuff. Let's go ahead and get to the next door. And lastly, I recommend, and I've recommended this to a lot of different people, not just in solar sales, is Pitch Anything by Orrin Cloth. He did business-to-business sales, trying to pitch whole companies, whole ideas that were worth multi-millions of dollars. And he gets into the evolutionary aspects of how our closing tactics work. And most importantly, how to understand emotions when it comes to sales. Because many people think you're selling someone logically. And the truth of the matter is you're not. You have to win them over emotionally first through storytelling and captivating ways of speaking. And then once they trust you through those stories and through that emotion, then the logic kind of justifies the rest of it and you're able to win that person over. Appointment at 6:30 tonight. My wife threw a party with her class of yoga friends that she graduated with, and one of them had a house. And it's just one of those things that people need to keep in mind in this job, is that people are homeowners. You're gonna meet people all the time, and you can help benefit those people while benefiting yourself at the same time. Just keep your ears open and be loud and proud about what you do. Training some folks today. I was wondering, how is the solar system working out for you right now?
That's not a question for me, that's a question for my husband. We have family over right now.
Okay, got it.
So he works for Tesla, so once this kind of goes kaput, we'll be flipping things.
Okay, got it. So Tesla on the solar side or
Yeah.
the car
On
side?
the solar side.
Really, I haven't met any Tesla reps out here at all. I used to work in San Diego. I've been in solar for about 8 years.
Oh, yeah, cool. That's actually how he got started. He
Okay.
was with Solar City before he
He's
became Tesla.
OG.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's been in it for a minute. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool,
Okay,
right?
got it. That's very, very cool. So he knows what the hell he's doing then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fantastic. What's your husband's name by chance?
Eric Johnson.
Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson, literally. Well, I just had Johnson on here. Eric Johnson. Okay, I might honestly hit him up because we run a whole YouTube channel about solar. So talking to someone from back then during that whole merger when
Yeah.
Elon decided to fire everyone and then bring them back on would be really interesting.
That's cool.
Okay, we have a wonderful day. Tesla essentially bought out Solar City. Solar City was owned by, I believe, Elon's cousin. And then they were responsible for something north of 50% of all solar installations at the time. Elon takes over, fires all of the sales reps, and they go down to 2% market penetration as soon as he does that. Because he just thought, yeah, everyone will just buy it online. No, this is a first generation product, not a car. And they just died. And now Tesla's starting slightly picking up by offering incredibly low purchases as far as prices. But so many of the old Solar City guys are now running their own solar teams all over the country. I'm sure people watching this as well. So yeah, in the comments section, if you guys are from that era, let us know. Do you ever find yourself beating your wife because your electric bills are so high? Try solar instead. Is that a propane tank?
I mean,
That's metal,
it's
literally. So we got 2 quick leads in about an hour's time. Mr. Garrett here is going to be leaving us for the great state of Louisiana for the next 14 days. So we wanted to make sure we got something nice and quick just for you guys out there. If you guys are looking to change the industry that you're currently working in, we are hiring right now in Tampa, Miami, Orlando, Jacksonville, all over Florida, all over Texas, all over California, and across this great nation. So make sure to click on the submission form below. Click subscribe so you can see more videos just like this. And most importantly, click one of these 2 videos. YouTube thinks you're gonna like it a lot.